Selling your home yourself, what it takes. What you'll learn. The 97% solution, the top 3 ways homes are selling, and the rest. 3 critical things you must do or your home won't sell. Welcome, I'm Steve Sigwalt, and I'm glad you've taken this proactive step to getting your home sold without a realtor. You've probably seen the bleak stats in terms of owner home sales. If not, here's the ugly truth. 95% are for sale by owners, properties fail. They sit on the market for 6 months, 12 months, or longer and still never sell. The owners end up quitting, dejected with the failure, or they have to hire a realtor anyway after all that wasted time. My hope is to save you that time so you can get moving with your life. So why am I doing this? I'll get to that, but first, the number one reason most owners want to sell their home themselves is because they believe they're saving money. This can be true, but not always. You have to be committed to trading your time for dollars. You can take time out of your life to handle all the details yourself, or you can pay to have your home sold so you can live your life, work, and do what you do. These are the only 2 options. Just want to make sure you're clear on that. So now, why am I doing this? First, this is a presentation video, not a sales video. You can rest easy. There's no sales pitch. I've found these are there are 2 kinds of home sellers. DIY, the do-it-yourselfers, and the pay someone else to do-iters. My belief is, I believe what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. So, if you're in the DIY category, I'm giving you the info you need, so I don't lose anything because someone else out there won't want to do all, someone else out there won't want to do all the work required, and they'll come to me. If you're in the second category, we can talk solutions on the phone. Now we got that out of the way. 3 ways homes are selling. You can learn the top 3 ways homes are selling and all the rest. 37% are sold on the internet. Broker websites, Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell Banker, etc. National portals, Trulia, Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. Through search engines, Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Also online classifieds, Craigslist, Backpage, Kijiji, OLX, and definitely let's not forget social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. 35% are sold through agents. Buyer and seller got together as a direct result of an agent recommending the property. 15% sell from signs and flyers. Buyers drive in neighborhoods and seeing signs, call them, and bought. Most buyers, though, have a realtor representing. 7% from open house. 7% of sales directly from people walking through an open house. 3% friends and family. Someone the owner knew referred a buyer. 3% from offline advertising. Only 3% from offline advertising. And most agents spend 80 to 90% of ad budget on this weak method, which may be why you didn't want to use a realtor. So, where you and I are going to focus here. We're going to focus on the number 1 method, the internet. Why? Because this is the number 1 area you probably don't understand well. And because it's the number 1 area you have control over. Here's a list of some of the many high-profile brokerage websites. You can see from this slide there are tons of places to syndicate the listings for your property. You can pause the video if you need to right now in order to write all these down. If you want the easy way, you can just send a quick email to sellyourownhome@gmail.com, and I'll email you the list in a separate spreadsheet so you don't have to write it all down. After seeing these numbers, do you want to shut yourself off from 35% of the buyers out in the marketplace? Remember, 35% agents. This means 35% of home sale transactions were done where the buyer had a real estate agent and the seller had a real estate agent. Can you afford to be locked out of this 35% of your potential buyers? My goal here is not to sell you on hiring a realtor, but I want you to be fully informed and give your property maximum chance of selling quickly. Don't you want access to these 35% of your potential buyers? If I had a way you could get access to those same 35% of buyers without paying the 3% listing agent fee, would that be of interest to you? If you said yes to these 2 questions, then ask me about the reach all the buyers in the market without hiring or paying a listing agent option. Home staging is critically important. You must do this before taking photos and video. Make sure your home is cleared of all clutter, Most furniture should be cleared out so the home looks like as open, vast, and inviting as possible. Some strategic pieces of furniture like couch, beds, nightstand by the bed, well-placed art, or prints should remain. I'm no staging expert, but I've partnered with a staging expert, and you can get her staging checklist by emailing homestagehands@austin.rr.com. I highly recommend the checklist so you don't forget any step. Did you know that 80% of text messages are open within 15 minutes of being received? Did you also know that 97% of all text messages are open? I've developed a buyer's list who I send out text messages to anytime I'm doing a marketing package for a house or see an interesting house for sale. If you're doing it yourself, I recommend you text the link to your video walkthrough of your properly staged home to everyone you know. Ask them for their feedback on what they liked about your video. And of course, ask them to listen for anyone looking to buy, and then send you the contact info of the interested party. Now at this point, you fall into one of two categories. The do-it-yourselfer or asking me for the solutions becomes, I'm the marketing guy. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, I've given you all the info and tools you need to get out there and implement. Take action and get her done, as the saying goes. If you want solutions, we'll talk about what fits best. Call me at 512-501-2743.